voicing a concern, it means they're on the far right. Do you?
Well, good evening, Dan, and thank you very much for having me on. I'm delighted to be on, but I can't actually believe this is a serious question. Before I became MP for Bury North in 2019, I was a councillor in Bury for 10 years. I campaigned and knocked on thousands of doors throughout the country, but mainly in the north of England. By a million miles, Dan, the most important concern and the major issue that was raised with me throughout the country was issues and concerns regarding immigration. The great fault of the left has always been, and those who look back on Brexit may want to take some notice of this, in that those concerns that the people in Knowsley have been there for a long, long time. And the tactic of the left just to brand everybody racist because they have legitimate concerns about their community and the sustainability of their community is absolute madness. And it's time, the politicians like me stood up and called this stuff out. It's the left-wing thought police wanting to impose their morality upon other people who are living lawful, peaceful lives and are being let down by politicians. So it quite clearly is nothing to do, it is like any other issue, that people have got the right to legitimately protest and question their politicians about some of the very, very bad decisions that are happening at the moment regarding immigration.
Well, I couldn't agree more, and I think it's shocking that we are having to have this conversation. But Rupert Lowe, you tweeted about this earlier in the week because actually that is how the protesters are being branded by much of the Liberal establishment.
Well, as we know, Dan, the most of the Liberal establishment are completely woke. I mean, to call somebody racist for just standing up for their own country and what they believe in is poppycock. And at the end of the day, look, I'm all in favour of legal targeted immigration. The Australians do it extremely well. They have a points system. They don't tolerate any illegal immigration. If you try and come in illegally, they ban you from coming to Australia ever again. These guys, as you say, are young men. They're from Albania. They're from parts of the world which they're not really what I'd call economic migrants. They're just coming here because we tolerate them. As we know, QE has allowed the state to grow like a weed, and most of the state is failing, including the Home Office. So if there was a will to stop them coming in, we could easily do it. And certainly looking at my previous constituency in the West Midlands, we were filling up private hotels with illegal immigrants, again, by stealth. A bit like we tax people now by stealth. Everything is done by the establishment through stealth.
Oh,
and I think decent people have every right to stand up if the state is failing and call them out.
Yeah.
So I have absolutely no problem. And
well, let's get the other side of the argument.